Over the years, 1015 North Jefferson in Lebanon has been the location for many things in our community. In the 1960s, it was once Appleby Boats, which made aluminum boats. Later, it was H.D. Lee Company that made leather labels for jeans. And currently, it's the Lebanon Alternative Education Center that makes a difference. For those 40 students that come through its doors each year, the Lebanon Alternative Education Center is a haven that not only keeps them in school, but gives them a fighting chance in life. Our 2015 Education Hometown Hero is the Lebanon Alternative Education Center. For years, R3 administrators looked at dropout rates and knew that there had to be a way to help at-risk students stay in school. They understood that students drop out for various reasons. Maybe they don't feel like they fit in. They've lost class credits, had a life event, or family issues that got in the way of finishing school. Administrators knew there needed to be a non-traditional approach to education for those kids who simply don't thrive in a building with 1,400 other students. The solution came in 1999 when the Lebanon Alternative Education Center first opened its doors. The name Lebanon Alternative Education Center is somewhat misleading because it's still a part of LHS, and it's different than any other alternative school in the state because its students aren't there because they have to be there like some kind of punishment. They're there because they want to be there. Students know that mainstream high school isn't for them, but the alternative school is.
When a student wants to come to the alternative school, they go through an application process. They meet with their counselor and they fill out an application, and then they go through a lengthy conversation with that counselor to determine whether they're a good fit. I then go over there and I interview the student, and we determine through a lengthy interview process whether that student would be a good fit in our program or not.
The school only accepts 40 students in order to maintain its core foundation of smaller classrooms and elevated teacher involvement.
These are students that are just like a typical high school student with maybe just needing that extra love and attention. Here, with just having a few per classroom, we can build rapport and give them the attention and time that they need. The high school does wonderful things, but since we are so small, they can't hide out. Everybody can be seen, and everybody is seen, and everybody is somebody here.
The alternative school's main focus is learning. The ultimate goal is to have students graduate, and many do. Students that never would have graduated had they stayed in mainstream high school. Some students go on to college. Others go into the military or get jobs and become productive members of society. And then some students don't make it that far, but at least they were given a second chance. But what they all learn at the Lebanon Alternative Education Center is more than just what's on a test. Students learn to trust teachers again. They learn just to show up every day. They learn life skills. They learn to make connections, and they learn that the alternative school is a place that feels like home, all of which can be just as important as a diploma.
You know, we have students that range from just having social anxiety disorders, and in our small setting, they can get the love they need. They can feel comfortable here, and they just feel like they have a home. They feel like they've actually called us family before, and that feels so good.
We have kids that make mistakes. We got it. We got kids that are, gonna stumble, they're gonna trip, and they're gonna fall, and we're gonna pick them up, and we're gonna dust them off, and we're gonna continue them down the path to success. And I think if people would just get that as their image of our school, that we're a place helping kids, we're not a place to house troubled kids. We're making kids successful, and they're going to be good members of our community.
The teachers here are really great. They're really easy to get along with, and they're more like a best friend to you, kind of.
Another unique feature of the Lebanon Alternative Education Center is that academics are combined with a work program through the Human Resource Development Center, HRDC, a separate component of the alternative school, but housed in the same building and included in its curriculum.
The kids currently right now do a lot of piecework for Independent Stave Company and Durham. Don Anderson over there has been really wonderful to us. We do a lot of individual piecework. The students bring it into the shop, they do the work, and then we take it back to them, and they get paid for doing it.
For the last several years, Durham has been privileged to partner with the HRDC program in being able to outsource some of our work, especially during peak work times. And it allows us to be able to get the work done in a more cost-effective way, as well as contributes to the community, a good project, and gives these students some good work experience and possibly a little familiarization with our company on future employees.
In addition to work performed for businesses, students also participate in an electronic recycling program at the school.
What we do is we pick up electronics from about 20 plus other school districts. We bring them back to the shop, we break everything down, the components are sent off to recyclers to be disposed of properly, and the kids get a little money off of it. We also provide a place for the community to bring their unwanted items. Sometimes it's hard to find places to get rid of that stuff, so it's just an extra way to keep their hands busy, learn how to use a few different tools, and really push the community service side of it. The skills that the students have learned here and the confidence that they've gained from blossoming and growing educationally really allows them to get out into the workforce and get that job at Copeland and Durham and the stave mill. So it's just very important, and I think the stuff that they learn here really helps them with their future. It really gives them that first jump into the pools.
I would have dropped out a long time ago. Everybody else here probably would have dropped out a long time ago. It saves lives. I wouldn't be able to go anywhere after school if it wasn't for the alternative school.
1015 North Jefferson has provided our community and the world with lots of things over the years, but in the end, it's just a building. What really makes a difference is what's inside, like the alternative school program and the teachers. The same can be said about its students. The really important stuff is what's inside. The Lebanon Alternative Education Center knows that more than anyone. For helping students who were once struggling in every way possible, we honor the Lebanon Alternative Education Center as our 2015 Education Hometown Hero.